The dawn of a new chapter in New Hope Valley was heralded by the first rays of sunlight breaking over the horizon. Commander Elena Reyes stood at the edge of the newly expanded agricultural plots, a sense of anticipation coursing through her. Today marked a significant milestone for the colony, their first harvest on Planet Novus. The success of this endeavor was crucial for their long-term survival. "Good morning, everyone," Reyes greeted the gathering of colonists. The group included Dr. Ravi Patel, the botanist whose tireless work had brought them to this point, and engineer Sarah Kim, who had been instrumental in building the greenhouses and irrigation systems. "Today, we see the fruits of our labor. Ravi, would you do the honors?" Ravi stepped forward, his face a mixture of excitement and nerves. "Thank you, Commander. This is a monumental day for us. The bioluminescent plants we've cultivated have shown promising growth, and our earth crops have adapted well to the conditions here. Let's begin the harvest." The colonists spread out, moving carefully through the rows of plants. The bioluminescent crops glowed softly, a testament to their adaptation to the alien soil and atmosphere. Ravi supervised the harvest, ensuring that each plant was carefully collected and recorded. The colonists worked with a sense of reverence, aware of the significance of this moment. As the first baskets of produce were brought in, Sarah Kim conducted initial quality checks. "The bioluminescent crops look healthy," she reported. "No signs of disease or malnutrition. This is a very good sign." Dr. Mei Lin, who had been working closely with Ravi on understanding the native flora, joined them. "The mineral content in the soil has definitely contributed to their growth. We should continue to monitor the soil composition to maintain these results." Ravi nodded. "Absolutely. We'll need to balance our use of resources to ensure sustainability. But for now, let's focus on celebrating this achievement." The harvested produce was taken to the communal kitchen, where the culinary team began preparing a celebratory meal. The air was filled with the enticing aromas of freshly cooked food, a rare treat for the colonists who had grown accustomed to ration packs. As the sun set, the colonists gathered in the central communal area, where tables were set up for the feast. Commander Reyes stood to address the group, her heart swelling with pride and gratitude. "Today, we celebrate a milestone that signifies our growth and resilience," Reyes began. "Our first harvest is not just a testament to our hard work, but also a symbol of our ability to adapt and thrive in this new world. This is just the beginning. Let's enjoy the fruits of our labor and look forward to many more successes." The colonists cheered, raising their glasses in a toast. The sense of community and achievement was palpable as they shared the meal, savoring the fresh produce that marked a turning point in their journey. After the meal, the colonists gathered around the central fire pit, sharing stories and reflecting on their experiences. Dr. Ravi Patel took a moment to speak about the journey that had brought them to this point. "When we first arrived, the soil here was an unknown variable," Ravi said, his voice filled with emotion. "But through teamwork and perseverance, we've managed to cultivate it and grow food that will sustain us. This harvest is a reminder of our potential and the endless possibilities that lie ahead." Engineer Sarah Kim added, "We've built something incredible here, but we must continue to innovate and adapt. Our survival depends on our ability to improve and expand our efforts." The night continued with music and laughter, the bonds between the colonists growing stronger. They had faced numerous challenges, but tonight they celebrated their successes and looked forward to a future filled with promise. As the festivities wound down, Commander Reyes stood at the edge of the camp, gazing out at the fields illuminated by the soft glow of the bioluminescent plants. She felt a deep sense of satisfaction and hope. "We're not just surviving, we're thriving," she thought, her heart full. "And this is only the beginning." With renewed determination, Reyes turned back to the camp, ready to lead her team into the next phase of their journey on Planet Novus. The first harvest was a significant step forward, but there were many more challenges to face and triumphs to achieve. Together, they would continue to build a future on this alien world, one step at a time. The morning after the first harvest celebration was crisp and cool, the air filled with a renewed sense of purpose. The success of their crops had given the colonists a much-needed boost. but Commander Elena Reyes knew they could not afford to become complacent. Water was their next critical resource, and ensuring a steady supply was paramount. "Good morning, team," Reyes greeted the gathered group at the command center. The team included engineer Sarah Kim, Dr. Mei Lin, and a few members from their respective teams. "Today we're focusing on the exploration and analysis of our water sources. We've identified a promising stream, but we need to ensure its viability for our long-term needs." Sarah Kim activated a holographic map of the area, highlighting the stream that had been discovered during their initial surveys. "This stream has shown consistent flow and clarity, but we need to conduct a thorough analysis to confirm its safety for consumption and irrigation." Dr. Mei Lin nodded in agreement. "We'll need to test for contaminants and analyze the mineral content. Understanding the source of the stream will also help us assess its sustainability." Reyes turned to the group. "Let's split into 2 teams. Sarah, you'll lead the team conducting the on-site analysis. May, your team will work on mapping the stream's source and surrounding area." "Let's get to it." The team set out, equipped with portable testing kits and mapping equipment. The journey to the stream took them through the lush terrain of New Hope Valley, the vibrant flora, a constant reminder of the planet's untapped potential. Sarah's team reached the stream first. The water was clear and cool, flowing steadily over smooth stones. Sarah set up the testing equipment and the team began collecting samples. "Let's start with basic tests for microbial life and chemical contaminants," Sarah instructed. "We need to ensure this water is safe for all uses." As the team worked, they documented their findings meticulously. The initial tests showed no harmful bacteria or dangerous chemical levels, but Sarah knew they needed more comprehensive results before they could proceed confidently. Meanwhile, Dr. Mei Lin's team followed the stream upstream, mapping its course and looking for its source. The terrain became more rugged as they ascended, the sound of the flowing water guiding their way. "Look at this," one of May's team members said, pointing to a natural spring bubbling up from the ground. "This could be the source." May examined the spring closely. The water was emerging from a cluster of rocks, surrounded by a variety of plant life that seemed to thrive in the moist environment. "We'll need to take samples here as well," May said. "Understanding the geology of this area will help us determine the sustainability of the stream." As the day progressed, the 2 teams gathered their data and returned to the base camp. The command center buzzed with activity as they began analyzing their findings. Sarah reported first. "The initial tests are promising. The water from the stream shows no signs of harmful contaminants, and the mineral content is within safe limits. We'll need to conduct longer-term monitoring, but this is a good start." May added her findings. "The spring appears to be a stable source fed by underground aquifers. The geological formations suggest that this water supply could be sustainable for our needs. However, we'll need to monitor the flow rates and any potential changes over time." Commander Reyes looked at the data, her mind racing with possibilities. "This is excellent news. A reliable water source is crucial for our survival and growth. Let's establish a regular monitoring schedule and start planning for the construction of a more permanent water collection and distribution system." The colonists worked late into the night, buoyed by the positive results. Plans were drawn up for the installation of pipelines and storage tanks, ensuring that water could be efficiently distributed throughout the settlement. As the days passed, the water project progressed steadily. The construction team, led by Sarah Kim, began laying the pipelines and setting up filtration systems. The agricultural team, guided by Dr. Ravi Patel, implemented new irrigation techniques to optimize water use in the expanding crops. One evening, as the sun set over New Hope Valley, Commander Reyes walked along the newly constructed pipeline, listening to the soft hum of the water flowing through. She felt a deep sense of satisfaction and hope. "We're building something truly sustainable," she thought, her heart swelling with pride. "This is what it means to thrive, not just survive." Reyes returned to the command center, where the team was gathered, discussing the next steps. She addressed the group, her voice filled with determination. "We've made incredible progress, but there's still much to do," Reyes said. "Our water source is secure and our crops are thriving. Now, we need to continue innovating and expanding our capabilities. Together, we can overcome any challenge. The colonists nodded, their faces reflecting the same resolve and optimism. They were building a future on Planet Novus, one step at a time, with each success bringing them closer to their vision of a thriving, self-sustaining colony. As night fell, the camp settled into a peaceful rhythm. The sound of the flowing water was a constant reminder of their achievements and the endless possibilities that lay ahead. The colonists of New Hope Valley were not just surviving, they were creating a new way of life, one that would endure for generations to come. The morning sun cast long shadows over New Hope Valley as the colonists gathered for their daily briefing. Commander Elena Reyes stood at the front of the group, a sense of urgency in her voice. Their next major focus was energy, ensuring a stable and renewable power source that could support the growing colony. "Good morning, everyone," Reyes began, addressing the assembled colonists. "We've secured our food and water sources, but our energy needs are increasing as we expand. Today, we'll focus on innovations in energy generation and storage. Sarah, what's the status of our current systems?" Engineer Sarah Kim stepped forward, activating a holographic display of the colony's energy infrastructure. "Our solar panels are providing a steady supply of power, but they're not enough to meet our long-term needs, especially as we build more facilities. We need to diversify our energy sources and improve our storage capabilities." Dr. Mei Lin, who had been researching geothermal potential, added, "We've identified several sites with geothermal activity. Tapping into these could provide a reliable and continuous energy source, supplementing our solar power." Commander Reyes nodded. "Excellent. Let's split into two teams. Sarah, you'll lead the team working on enhancing our solar capacity and exploring wind energy possibilities. May, your team will focus on the geothermal sites. Let's get to work." The team set out with a clear sense of purpose. Sarah's team headed to the solar farm, where they began upgrading the existing panels and installing new, more efficient models. They also set up wind turbines in areas with consistent wind flow, aiming to harness another renewable energy source. These new solar panels are designed to capture a broader spectrum of sunlight, Sarah explained as her team worked. And the wind turbines will help ensure we have power during periods of low sunlight. Diversifying our energy sources is key to our sustainability. Meanwhile, Dr. Mei Lin's team trekked to the geothermal sites. They set up equipment to measure the heat flow from the ground and assess the potential for geothermal energy extraction. The terrain was rugged, but the promise of a new energy source drove them forward. "Geothermal energy can provide a stable baseload power supply," May said, examining the readings from their instruments. "If these sites are viable, we can significantly reduce our reliance on solar power." As the teams worked, they faced numerous challenges. Installing the wind turbines required precision and overcoming mechanical difficulties, while drilling into the geothermal sites was a complex and demanding task. However, the colonists' determination and ingenuity saw them through each obstacle. Back at the base camp, Commander Reyes monitored their progress and coordinated resources. She knew that achieving energy independence was crucial for the colony's future growth and security. One evening, as the teams returned from their tasks, they gathered in the central hub to share their progress. The air was filled with a sense of accomplishment and camaraderie. "How are we looking on the solar and wind front, Sarah?" Reyes asked. Sarah smiled, exhaustion mingling with pride. "We've upgraded all the solar panels and installed several wind turbines. Early tests show significant improvements in our energy output. We're also setting up a new battery storage system to ensure we can store excess power." May reported on the geothermal exploration. "The preliminary data is promising. The heat flow from the sites is consistent, and we believe we can start drilling test wells soon. If all goes well, we could have a reliable geothermal power source within a few months." Reyes felt a surge of optimism. "This is excellent news. Let's keep pushing forward. Our energy innovations will not only support our current needs, but also enable us to expand and explore further." As the night fell, the colonists celebrated their achievements with a communal meal. The sense of community and shared purpose was stronger than ever. They had faced significant challenges, but their resilience and teamwork had carried them through. The following weeks saw continued progress. The new solar panels and wind turbines provided a steady supply of power, while the geothermal team began drilling test wells. The colony's energy infrastructure grew more robust with each passing day. One evening, as Commander Reyes walked through the settlement, she paused to admire the softly glowing lights powered by their new energy systems. The sight filled her with a deep sense of satisfaction and hope. "We're building something truly sustainable," she thought, her heart swelling with pride. "Our energy innovations are paving the way for a brighter future." Reyes returned to the command center, where the team was gathered, discussing their next steps. She addressed the group, her voice filled with determination. "We've made incredible progress, but our journey is far from over. Let's continue to innovate and expand our capabilities. Together, we can overcome any challenge and build a thriving future on Planet Novus." The colonists nodded, their faces reflecting the same resolve and optimism. They were pioneers, building a new world with their own hands and ingenuity. The future of New Hope Valley was bright, powered by their collective efforts and vision. As night fell, the camp settled into a peaceful rhythm. The hum of the wind turbines and the warmth of the geothermal energy were constant reminders of their achievements. The colonists of New Hope Valley were not just surviving, they were creating a sustainable, thriving community, one step at a time. The morning light filtered through the translucent walls of the medical center, casting a warm glow on the bustling activity within. New Hope Valley had come a long way, but as the colony expanded, ensuring the health and well-being of every colonist became a top priority. Commander Elena Reyes understood that a healthy community was the foundation of their success on Planet Novus. "Good morning, team," Reyes greeted the medical staff, led by Dr. Laura Bennett, the colony's chief medical officer. "Today, we're focusing on expanding our healthcare facilities and implementing comprehensive health protocols. Laura, what's our current status?" Dr. Bennett stepped forward, her demeanor calm and professional. "We've established basic medical facilities and have been able to handle minor injuries and illnesses. However, as our population grows and we continue to explore and interact with the local environment, we need to be prepared for more complex medical issues. This includes setting up specialized areas for surgery, quarantine, and long-term care." Reyes nodded. "Agreed. Let's start by expanding the medical center and ensuring we have the necessary equipment and supplies. We'll also need to train more personnel in advanced medical procedures and emergency response." The medical team set to work, planning the expansion of the facility and cataloging the necessary equipment. They established designated areas for surgery, quarantine, and long-term care, ensuring that the medical center could handle a wide range of scenarios. Dr. Bennett coordinated with engineer Sarah Kim to oversee the construction of the expanded facilities. "We need to ensure these new sections are fully equipped and meet all safety standards," Bennett explained. "This includes proper sterilization, advanced diagnostics, and adequate space for patient care." Sarah nodded, reviewing the plans. "We'll integrate the latest technology to ensure the medical center is state-of-the-art. Let's get the construction team on this immediately." As the construction progressed, Dr. Bennett focused on another crucial aspect: preventive health care and wellness. She organized a series of workshops and training sessions for the colonists, covering topics such as basic first aid, mental health, nutrition, and exercise. Maintaining good health isn't just about treating illnesses, it's about preventing them in the first place, Bennett explained during one of the workshops. "We need to stay active, eat well, and support each other emotionally and mentally. This environment is challenging, and taking care of ourselves and each other is vital." The workshops were well received, and the colonists appreciated the focus on holistic well-being. They participated eagerly, learning new skills and incorporating healthy habits into their daily routines. The sense of community and mutual support grew stronger, reinforcing the bonds that held New Hope Valley together. Meanwhile, the expanded medical center began to take shape. The construction team worked tirelessly to ensure that the new facilities met the highest standards. Advanced diagnostic equipment was installed, and sterile environments were created for surgical procedures. Quarantine areas were set up to handle potential outbreaks, ensuring that any contagious illnesses could be contained swiftly. One afternoon, as Dr. Bennett conducted a final inspection of the new facilities, she felt a deep sense of satisfaction. "This is a significant step forward for our colony," she said to her team. "We've built a medical center that can handle a wide range of health issues, ensuring that we can provide the best possible care for everyone here." Commander Reyes visited the medical center, walking through the newly completed sections. She was impressed by the state-of-the-art equipment and the thoughtful layout of the facility. "You've done an incredible job, Laura," Reyes said. "This medical center will be a cornerstone of our community. Let's make sure everyone knows how to access and utilize these resources." Dr. Bennett smiled. "Thank you, Commander. We'll continue to educate the colonists and ensure that everyone feels confident in seeking care when needed." As the medical center became fully operational, the colonists felt a renewed sense of security. Knowing that advanced medical care was available gave them the confidence to push forward with their daily tasks and exploration activities. One evening, the colony gathered for a community event in the central hub. Dr. Bennett addressed the group, her voice filled with warmth and reassurance. "We've built a strong foundation for health and well-being here in New Hope Valley. Remember, taking care of your health is not just about physical fitness, it's about nurturing your mind and spirit as well. We're all in this together, and together, we will thrive." The colonists cheered, their spirits lifted by the sense of community and mutual support. They knew that their strength lay in their unity and their ability to care for one another. As night fell, Commander Reyes walked through the settlement, feeling a deep sense of pride and hope. The expanded medical center was a testament to their progress and their commitment to each other. They were building a future where health and well-being were at the forefront, ensuring that New Hope Valley would not only survive, but thrive. "We're on the right path," Reyes thought, her heart swelling with pride. "Our commitment to health and well-being will pave the way for a brighter future." With that, she returned to the command center, ready to continue leading her team into the next phase of their journey on Planet Novus. The challenges ahead were many, but so were the opportunities. Together, they would face whatever came their way, confident in their ability to build a thriving, healthy community. "Good morning, everyone," Reyes addressed the gathered colonists. The group included representatives from each of the main teams: engineering, agriculture, medical, security, and research. "Today, we begin the process of establishing a formal governance structure. Our goal is to create a system that ensures fairness, efficiency, and the well-being of all colonists. Let's start by discussing the roles and responsibilities we need to define." Sarah Kim, representing the engineering team, spoke first. "We need to ensure that our infrastructure projects are prioritized and managed efficiently. Having clear leadership roles within each team will help us coordinate better." Dr. Laura Bennett added from the medical perspective, "We also need a health advisory council that can make informed decisions about public health policies and emergency responses." Dr. Mei Lin, speaking for the research team, suggested a scientific council could oversee research projects and ensure that our work is aligned with the colony's needs and goals. Security Chief Marcus Steele emphasized the importance of safety. "We need a dedicated security council to address any potential threats and ensure the safety of all colonists. This includes not only physical security, but also cybersecurity and overall risk management." Reyes nodded, appreciating the diverse perspectives. "Excellent points. Let's outline a basic structure: a central governing council composed of representatives from each team, and specialized councils focusing on key areas like infrastructure, health, science, and security. We'll also need to establish a legal framework to handle disputes and enforce our rules." The colonists worked together, drafting a charter that defined the roles and responsibilities of each council. The Central Governing Council would consist of elected representatives from each team, ensuring that all voices were heard. This council would make high-level decisions, while the specialized councils would handle the specifics within their domains. "We need to ensure that everyone has a say in this process," Reyes said. "Let's hold a colony-wide meeting to present our ideas and gather input from all colonists." The meeting was held in the central communal area, where the colonists gathered to discuss the proposed governance structure. Reyes and the team leaders presented the draft charter, explaining the roles of the governing and specialized councils. Transparency and participation are key, Reyes emphasized. We want everyone to feel that they have a stake in this community and that their voices are heard. The colonists asked questions, offered suggestions, and discussed the proposals in small groups. The atmosphere was one of collaboration and mutual respect, reflecting the strong sense of community that had developed. After hours of discussion and refinement, the charter was finalized. The colonists voted to approve it, and the first elections for the Central Governing Council were scheduled. Each team nominated candidates, and the elections were conducted with a sense of excitement and anticipation. The newly elected Central Governing Council held its first meeting the following week. Commander Reyes was elected as the first chairperson, a role that reflected her leadership and dedication to the colony. "Thank you for your trust," Reyes said, addressing the council. "Our primary goal is to ensure the well-being and progress of New Hope Valley. Let's work together to create a community that reflects our shared values and aspirations." The council got to work immediately, addressing pressing issues and setting long-term goals. They implemented policies to ensure fair distribution of resources, established protocols for emergency situations, and created opportunities for cultural and recreational activities to enhance the quality of life in the colony. One of the first major initiatives was the creation of a community center, a place where colonists could gather for meetings, social events, and educational programs. The construction team, led by Sarah Kim, designed a multifunctional space that included a library, a hall for gatherings, and rooms for workshops and classes. "This community center will be the heart of our social life," Sarah explained. "It's a place where we can come together, share knowledge, and support each other." Dr. Laura Bennett spearheaded a health and wellness program that included regular checkups, mental health support, and fitness activities. "A healthy community is a strong community," she said. "We need to take care of ourselves and each other." The research team, under Dr. Mei Lin's guidance, established a series of educational programs and workshops to share their findings and involve colonists in scientific exploration. "Engaging everyone in our research efforts not only advances our knowledge, but also fosters a sense of curiosity and innovation," May explained. As the weeks turned into months, New Hope Valley thrived under its new governance structure. The sense of community and shared purpose was stronger than ever, and the colonists felt a deep sense of ownership and pride in their achievements. One evening, as the sun set over the valley, Commander Reyes stood on the steps of the newly completed community center, watching the colonists gather for a celebration. The sight filled her with a profound sense of fulfillment and hope. "We've built more than just a settlement," she thought. "We've built a community." Reyes addressed the gathered colonists, her voice filled with emotion. "We've come a long way since we first landed on Novus. Our success is a testament to our resilience, our teamwork, and our shared vision. Let's continue to work together, support each other, and build a future that we can all be proud of." The colonists cheered, their spirits lifted by Reyes's words. They were more than just survivors on a distant planet. They were a thriving, self-sustaining community, united by their common goals and shared dreams. As night fell, the lights of New Hope Valley glowed warmly, a beacon of hope and progress on Planet Novus. The colonists looked to the future with confidence, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, knowing that they were building something extraordinary together. The sun rose over New Hope Valley, casting a warm glow over the settlement. The colonists were beginning to establish a rhythm to their days, and with their governance and infrastructure in place, it was time to focus on one of the most exciting aspects of their mission: scientific discovery. Commander Elena Reyes knew that understanding Planet Novus was crucial, not only for their survival, but for the advancement of human knowledge. "Good morning, team." Reyes greeted the gathered scientists and researchers. The group included Dr. Mei Lin, the lead geologist, Dr. Ravi Patel, the botanist, and Dr. Alex Morgan, a physicist who had recently joined the team. "Today, we embark on a series of new scientific explorations. Our goal is to uncover the secrets of Novus and apply that knowledge to benefit our colony and humanity as a whole. Dr. Mei Lin stepped forward, her excitement palpable. We've barely scratched the surface of what this planet has to offer. Our initial surveys have revealed intriguing geological formations, diverse plant life, and unusual atmospheric phenomena. We need to dive deeper into these areas and see what we can learn. Dr. Ravi Patel added, our work with the local flora has been promising, but there's so much more to explore. The bioluminescent plants are just the beginning. We need to study the entire ecosystem to understand how these plants interact with the environment and how we can integrate them into our agriculture. Dr. Alex Morgan, whose expertise lay in atmospheric and planetary sciences, spoke next. The atmospheric phenomena we've observed suggest that Novus has a unique climate system. Understanding this could help us predict weather patterns, optimize our energy systems, and possibly even terraform other planets in the future. Reyes nodded, appreciating the enthusiasm and dedication of her team. Let's divide into specialized teams and start with the most promising areas. May, lead the geological exploration. Ravi, continue your work with the local flora. Alex, focus on the atmospheric studies. Report back regularly with your findings. The team set out, each with a clear sense of purpose and the tools they needed for their explorations. Dr. Mei Lin's team headed to a series of caves they had discovered during their initial surveys. The caves were filled with unusual mineral formations that hinted at a rich geological history. These formations are unlike anything we've seen on Earth, May explained as she examined the crystalline structures. If we can understand the processes that created them, we might discover new materials or energy sources. Using advanced scanning equipment, May's team mapped the caves and collected samples for further analysis. They found deposits of rare minerals and evidence of ancient volcanic activity, suggesting that Novus had undergone significant geological changes over its history. Meanwhile, Dr. Ravi Patel's team continued their work with the local flora. They expanded their research to include a broader range of plant species, cataloging their characteristics and potential uses. These plants have adapted to the unique conditions of Novus, Ravi said, holding up a sample of a newly discovered species. If we can harness their properties, we could revolutionize our agricultural practices and develop new medicines. Ravi's team also began experimenting with crossbreeding earth plants with Novus flora, hoping to create hybrid species that could thrive in the alien environment. The initial results were promising, with several hybrids showing enhanced growth and resilience. Dr. Alex Morgan's team focused on the atmosphere, deploying weather balloons and drones to collect data on the climate and weather patterns. They discovered that Novus had a dynamic and complex climate system, driven by unique atmospheric currents and solar activity. The data we're collecting is incredible, Alex said, analyzing the readings from a weather balloon. This planet's atmosphere operates on principles we don't fully understand yet. Unlocking these secrets could have profound implications for our understanding of planetary climates. As the weeks passed, the scientific teams made significant discoveries. May's team found evidence of ancient life forms in the caves, suggesting that Novus had once supported a diverse ecosystem. Ravi's experiments with plant hybrids yielded new crops that could provide both food and medicinal benefits. Alex's atmospheric studies revealed patterns that could help predict weather changes and optimize the colony's energy usage. One evening, the scientists gathered to share their findings with the rest of the colony. The excitement was palpable as they presented their discoveries and discussed the implications for their future on Novus. Dr. Mei Lin spoke first. Our geological explorations have uncovered rare minerals and evidence of ancient life. These findings could lead to new materials and energy sources, as well as a deeper understanding of the planet's history. Dr. Ravi Patel followed. We've successfully created hybrid plants that combine the best traits of Earth and Novus flora. These new crops will enhance our food supply and provide valuable medicinal properties. Dr. Alex Morgan concluded, our atmospheric studies have revealed unique climate patterns that will help us predict weather changes and optimize our energy systems. This knowledge could also inform future planetary exploration and terraforming efforts. Commander Reyes addressed the gathered colonists, her voice filled with pride and optimism. These discoveries are a testament to our determination and ingenuity. We're not just surviving on Novus, we're thriving and pushing the boundaries of human knowledge. Let's continue to explore, innovate, and build a future that we can be proud of. The colonists cheered, their spirits lifted by the promise of new possibilities. They were pioneers, forging a new path on an alien world, driven by their curiosity and their commitment to each other. As night fell, the settlement buzzed with activity. The scientists returned to their labs, eager to delve deeper into their research. The rest of the colony continued with their daily tasks, inspired by the discoveries and the sense of progress. Commander Reyes stood at the edge of the camp, looking out at the stars that filled the alien sky. She felt a profound sense of accomplishment and hope for the future. We're unlocking the secrets of this planet, she thought, her heart swelling with pride, and we're building a future that goes beyond our wildest dreams. With renewed determination, Reyes returned to the command center, ready to lead her team into the next phase of their journey on Planet Novus. The challenges ahead were many, but so were the opportunities. Together, they would continue to explore, discover, and build a thriving community on this new world. The dawn of a new day in New Hope Valley brought with it a sense of purpose and urgency. The scientific discoveries and technological advancements had paved the way for a thriving colony, but Commander Elena Reyes knew that managing resources effectively was crucial for their long-term sustainability. Ensuring that the colony could sustain itself with minimal reliance on supplies from Earth was the next major challenge. Good morning, everyone. Reyes greeted the gathered group of colonists, including representatives from each team. Our progress has been incredible, but we need to focus on the efficient management of our resources. Today, we will discuss strategies to ensure our long-term sustainability and self-sufficiency. Let's start with our current resource status. Engineer Sarah Kim displayed a comprehensive overview of the colony's resources on a holographic screen. We've established a stable supply of food, water, and energy, but we need to optimize our use and recycling of materials. Our mineral resources are promising, but we need to manage them carefully to avoid depletion. Dr. Ravi Patel added, our agricultural output is increasing, but we must ensure that we maintain soil fertility and manage water usage efficiently. Crop rotation and the integration of local flora are key strategies. Dr. Mei Lin, the geologist, emphasized the importance of sustainable mining practices. We've found valuable mineral deposits, but we must extract them responsibly. We should implement a monitoring system to track the environmental impact of our activities. Commander Reyes nodded. Excellent points. Let's outline our immediate priorities, optimizing our resource usage, establishing recycling and waste management systems, and ensuring the sustainability of our mining and agricultural practices. The colonists divided into task groups, each focusing on a specific aspect of resource management. Sarah Kim led the effort to optimize energy usage and improve the efficiency of their power systems. Her team installed new energy-efficient systems and upgraded the existing infrastructure to reduce waste. By implementing these upgrades, we can reduce our energy consumption significantly, Sarah explained to her team. This will allow us to store more energy for future use and reduce our reliance on external supplies. Dr. Ravi Patel's team focused on agricultural sustainability. They introduced crop rotation practices and integrated local flora to enhance soil fertility and reduce water usage. Ravi also experimented with new irrigation techniques to maximize water efficiency. The sun set over New Hope Valley, casting a warm glow on the bustling settlement. The colonists had made incredible strides in establishing their basic needs and governance, and now it was time to focus on something equally important: building a sense of community and culture. Commander Elena Reyes understood that a thriving colony needed more than just survival. It needed a strong, vibrant social fabric. Good evening, everyone. Reyes greeted the gathered colonists at the central communal area. We've made remarkable progress in securing our resources and infrastructure. Now it's time to focus on what makes a community truly thrive: our culture, traditions, and social connections. Let's discuss how we can enrich our lives here on Novus. Engineer Sarah Kim spoke first. We've built the community center, but it's just a building until we fill it with activities and events that bring us together. We should consider organizing regular social gatherings, educational workshops, and cultural events. Dr. Laura Bennett, the colony's chief medical officer, added, "Mental and emotional well-being is crucial for our community. Activities that promote relaxation, creativity, and social interaction will help us maintain our mental health and strengthen our bonds." Dr. Ravi Patel suggested, "Let's also think about how we can celebrate our achievements and milestones. Establishing traditions and rituals will help us create a unique identity and foster a sense of belonging." Reyes nodded, appreciating the enthusiasm and ideas. "Excellent suggestions. Let's start by organizing a series of events and activities that cater to different interests and age groups. We should also establish a calendar of celebrations and milestones to mark our journey on Novus." The colonists divided into committees, each responsible for different aspects of community building. The Events Committee, led by Sarah Kim, planned a variety of activities, from weekly social gatherings to educational workshops. They transformed the community center into a vibrant hub of activity, filled with laughter, learning, and camaraderie. One of the first major events was a cultural festival, celebrating the diverse backgrounds and traditions of the colonists. The community center was adorned with decorations representing different cultures, and the colonists shared stories, music, and cuisine from their homelands. "This is amazing," Dr. Laura Bennett said, watching as colonists danced to a mix of traditional and futuristic music. "It's a beautiful way to honor our past while building our future." Dr. Mei Lin, who had been working tirelessly on her geological research, took a moment to enjoy the festivities. It's moments like these that remind us why we're here. We're not just surviving, we're creating a new world together. As the festival continued, Commander Reyes stood at the edge of the crowd, a sense of pride and fulfillment swelling within her. The sight of her team coming together, celebrating their achievements and forging new connections, was a testament to the strength of their community. "Let's make this a regular event," Reyes suggested to Sarah Kim. "A cultural festival every few months to celebrate our diversity and unity." Sarah smiled. "I think that's a great idea. It's clear how much it means to everyone." In addition to the cultural events, the Educational Committee, led by Dr. Ravi Patel, organized a series of workshops and classes on various topics. These ranged from practical skills like farming and engineering to creative pursuits like art and music. The workshops not only provided valuable knowledge, but also offered a space for colonists to express themselves and share their passions. "We need to encourage creativity and continuous learning," Ravi said during a workshop on hybrid crop cultivation. "It's essential for our growth and innovation as a community." The Mental Health Committee, guided by Dr. Laura Bennett, introduced regular mindfulness and relaxation sessions, as well as support groups for those struggling with the challenges of life on Novus. These initiatives helped colonists cope with the stresses of their new environment and fostered a sense of mutual support and understanding. One evening, as the colonists gathered for a storytelling night at the community center, Commander Reyes felt a profound sense of accomplishment. The stories shared ranged from personal anecdotes to grand tales of exploration and discovery, each one adding to the rich tapestry of their shared experience. "These stories are our legacy," Reyes said, addressing the group. "They remind us of where we came from and inspire us to dream of what we can achieve together. Let's continue to build a community that reflects our values, our diversity, and our shared vision for the future." The colonists cheered, their spirits lifted by the sense of unity and purpose. They were not just settlers on a distant planet, they were a thriving, dynamic community, bound together by their collective dreams and aspirations. As night fell and the stars shone brightly above New Hope Valley, the colonists dispersed, filled with a renewed sense of belonging and hope. They had come a long way from their initial landing, and they knew that their journey was far from over. But with each step, they were building a future that was rich in culture, community, and connection. Commander Elena Reyes knew that the colony had reached a point where they needed to look beyond their immediate needs and start considering their place within the larger context of interstellar relations and trade. The progress they had made in securing their resources, establishing governance, and building a sense of community was impressive, but the next step was to establish connections with Earth and, potentially, other colonies. "Good morning, everyone," Reyes greeted the gathered team leaders and council members. "Today, we focus on external relations and trade. Establishing reliable communication and trade routes with Earth is crucial for our continued growth and sustainability. Let's discuss our current status and next steps." Engineer Sarah Kim began by presenting an update on their communication systems. "Our satellite array and communication infrastructure are fully operational. We've established a stable link with Earth, allowing us to send and receive data regularly. However, we need to ensure that this link is secure and capable of handling increased traffic as our trade activities expand." Dr. Mei Lin added, "In terms of resources, we've identified several mineral deposits that could be valuable trade commodities. Establishing trade agreements with Earth can provide us with necessary supplies that we can't produce here yet." Dr. Ravi Patel chimed in, "Our hybrid crops and medicinal plants are another potential trade resource. Sharing our agricultural advancements with Earth could be mutually beneficial and foster a stronger relationship." Reyes nodded, appreciating the comprehensive overview. "Excellent. Let's focus on two main objectives: securing trade agreements with Earth and ensuring the security and efficiency of our communication systems. We also need to identify potential partners and establish protocols for trade and diplomatic relations." The team divided into task groups, each focusing on different aspects of the mission. Sarah Kim led the effort to enhance the communication infrastructure, ensuring that their link with Earth was secure and capable of supporting increased data flow. "We need to upgrade our encryption protocols and ensure redundancy in our communication systems," Sarah explained to her team. "This will protect our data and maintain uninterrupted contact with Earth." Meanwhile, Dr. Mei Lin and her team worked on preparing detailed reports of their mineral resources, highlighting the potential for trade. They analyzed the quality and quantity of the deposits, creating a comprehensive profile to present to potential trade partners. Dr. Ravi Patel's team focused on their agricultural advancements, documenting the unique properties of the hybrid crops and medicinal plants they had developed. They created a portfolio showcasing the benefits of these innovations, emphasizing their potential impact on Earth's agriculture and healthcare sectors. Commander Reyes coordinated with the newly established Trade Council, composed of representatives from each team. They drafted proposals and strategies for initiating trade negotiations with Earth and other potential colonies. One of the first steps was to send a detailed report to Earth, outlining New Hope Valley's resources and the potential for mutually beneficial trade. The report included data on mineral deposits, agricultural innovations, and the overall progress of the colony. It also emphasized the importance of establishing a reliable trade route to ensure the flow of goods and information. "We need to present a compelling case for trade," Reyes said during a council meeting. "Our goal is to establish a partnership that benefits both sides. We have valuable resources and knowledge to offer, and in return, we need supplies and support that will help us continue to grow." The report was transmitted to Earth, and the colony awaited a response with anticipation. Meanwhile, they continued to enhance their communication systems and prepare for the potential influx of trade activities. After several weeks, a response arrived from Earth. The message was positive, expressing interest in establishing a trade partnership with New Hope Valley. The representatives from Earth proposed a series of initial trade agreements, focusing on the exchange of mineral resources and agricultural innovations. "This is a significant step forward," Reyes announced to the council. "We've established a foundation for trade that will benefit our colony and strengthen our ties with Earth. Let's review the proposals and finalize the agreements." The council reviewed the proposals, negotiating terms that ensured fair exchange and mutual benefits. They established protocols for regular communication and coordination, ensuring that both sides were aligned in their objectives. With the trade agreements finalized, the first shipments were prepared. Minerals and agricultural products were carefully packaged and loaded onto transport vessels, ready for their journey to Earth. In return, the colony received supplies and equipment that were crucial for their continued development. As the first trade ships departed, the colonists gathered to witness the momentous occasion. The sense of achievement and optimism was palpable, reflecting the significance of this milestone in their journey. "We're not just a colony, we're a part of a larger community," Reyes said, addressing the gathered colonists. "These trade agreements mark the beginning of a new chapter in our relationship with Earth and other colonies. Together, we'll continue to grow and thrive." The colonists cheered, their spirits lifted by the promise of new opportunities and connections. They were building a future that extended beyond their immediate surroundings, forging ties that would support their growth and sustainability. As night fell, the lights of New Hope Valley glowed brightly, a beacon of progress and hope. The colonists looked to the future with confidence, knowing that their efforts were paving the way for a thriving, interconnected community on Planet Novus. The sun rose over New Hope Valley, casting a warm glow over the settlement that had grown into a thriving community. Commander Elena Reyes stood at the command center, contemplating the next phase of their journey. With their resources secured, governance established, and trade relations initiated, it was time to consider expanding their reach on Planet Novus. "Good morning, team," Reyes greeted the assembled council members and team leaders. "We've achieved remarkable progress in building New Hope Valley. Now, we need to start thinking about our long-term growth and expansion. This includes establishing new outposts, exploring uncharted territories, and preparing for the arrival of more colonists from Earth. Let's discuss our priorities and strategies for expansion." Engineer Sarah Kim began with an overview of the current infrastructure. "Our settlement is stable, but we need to ensure that any new outposts are equally self-sufficient. This means building modular, adaptable structures that can be quickly deployed and expanded as needed. We should also consider the logistics of transportation and communication between the main settlement and the outposts." Dr. Mei Lin, the geologist, highlighted the importance of resource scouting. "We've identified several promising areas for expansion based on our initial surveys. However, we need to conduct thorough explorations to assess the viability of these locations. This includes checking for water sources, soil fertility, and mineral deposits." Dr. Ravi Patel added, "Expanding our agricultural efforts is crucial. We need to establish new farming outposts that can support a larger population and diversify our food supply. Integrating local flora and experimenting with new crop varieties will be key." Security Chief Marcus Steele emphasized safety. "As we expand, we need to ensure that our new outposts are secure. This includes setting up perimeter defenses, regular patrols, and emergency response protocols. We should also prepare for potential encounters with unknown wildlife or environmental hazards." Reyes nodded, appreciating the comprehensive input. "Excellent points. Let's prioritize three main areas: scouting and resource assessment, infrastructure development, allotment, and security planning. We'll form specialized teams for each of these tasks and start with the most promising locations identified by our initial surveys." The colonists divided into task groups, each focusing on a specific aspect of the expansion plan. Sarah Kim's team began designing modular structures that could be easily transported and assembled in new locations. These structures were equipped with advanced life support systems, energy generation capabilities, and communication links to the main settlement. Dr. Mei Lin led the resource scouting team, conducting detailed explorations of the identified sites. They used drones and portable scanning equipment to map the terrain, analyze soil samples, and locate water sources. The data collected was crucial for determining the suitability of each site for future outposts. Dr. Ravi Patel's agricultural team focused on expanding their farming capabilities. They experimented with new crop varieties and irrigation techniques, ensuring that the new outposts would have sustainable food production systems. Ravi also collaborated with May to identify areas with fertile soil and favorable growing conditions. Security Chief Marcus Steele's team developed comprehensive safety protocols for the new outposts. They established guidelines for perimeter defenses, regular patrols, and emergency response plans. Marcus also trained a new group of security personnel to oversee the safety of the expanding colony. As the weeks passed, the teams made significant progress. The modular structures were tested and refined, ensuring they could withstand the harsh conditions of Novus. The resource scouting team identified several viable sites for new outposts, each with abundant resources and favorable living conditions. The agricultural team successfully cultivated new crop varieties, enhancing their food security. One evening, as the colonists gathered for a community meeting, Commander Reyes shared the progress with the entire settlement. "We've made incredible strides in preparing for our expansion," she announced. "Our new outposts will be self-sufficient, secure, and well-connected to New Hope Valley. This expansion is not just about growth. It's about ensuring the long-term sustainability and success of our colony." The colonists cheered, their spirits lifted by the promise of new opportunities and the prospect of a larger, thriving community. They were pioneers, ready to explore new frontiers and build a future that extended beyond their current settlement. As the first group of colonists prepared to set out for the new outposts, the sense of excitement and anticipation was palpable. They were equipped with the knowledge, skills, and resources needed to establish new footholds on Planet Novus. The journey ahead was filled with challenges, but also with the promise of discovery and growth. Commander Reyes stood at the edge of the settlement, watching as the first transport vehicles departed for the new outposts. Her heart swelled with pride and hope for the future.